Alright, hello everyone, welcome to match 2 of round 2 of the Historical Rivalries Cup. Okay, we are in the game, as you noticed, and we have Jimenacha and Valeria here on the east, Valeria playing as the Mayans and Jimenacha playing as the Indians. And in the west we have our newcomers for this round. We have Dragon on Byzantines and Ning on Persians. So we've got the weird mishmash of the Indians and Mayans, the leftovers, the one I couldn't really find a good partner for. And the Persians and Byzantines, it's, well, what are they known for? A couple of different things, right? They end up being pretty wide. I would say their weakest part is probably siege, but they've got pretty much everything else, right? Persians can do all around good heavy cavalry, and Byzantines can help out with cataphracts to deal with any spearmen. Persians have the trash bows, low cost, nothing much to worry about there as far as the cost is concerned. And Byzantines have actually good arbalests, that do more than just not cost a lot. They also have, I think, some interesting parts. Like, they definitely have a weakness in the fact that neither of them are particularly good at infantry. Persians are the only in the game, still to this day, to lack two-handed swordsmen. And Byzantines are one of 4 civs that lack blast furnace, which is, very rare. And that does potentially leave them a bit open to eagles once you get into the late game. Mayan eagles, best in the game, it has potential, but they definitely need to get there first, and that's not the easiest thing in the world. However, they both do have hand cannoneers, they both have pretty solid gunpowder tech trees, both of them get bombard cannons. I mean, I think both of them get the lead cannon galleon, but that's probably not going to come into play here. Both of them lack siege engineers, actually, so again, siege is kind of a weakness of theirs, but they get bombard cannons, it's not terrible also. Yeah, okay, I think she must have seen this before, right, with the vision from the lumber camp. But you know what both Persians and Byzantines have in combination? High HP buildings. For Persians, it's just the TC on this map, but for Byzantines, it's everything, of course. But I would love if someone picked, like one team, probably not in this game if I had to guess, but maybe at some point just pick Persian Byzantines and just double douched. I think there's a small chance, but there is a chance. Still, Indians and Mayans, they have interesting options, right? Because I'd say Mayans can just straight up beat Byzantines in an archer fight. Mayans have just crazy eco, they actually get so much good use out of, their archers are so cheap, they're extremely cost effective, so they are pushing going on here for Valeria. And the thing is, against Byzantines, they should be able to just kind of smash them if they were to go one-on-one. But Byzantines have very cheap skirms, and Persian knights deal extra damage to archers, so there's some danger there. But, of course, the Indians have very good camels, so camels should deal well with both skirmishers and knights. So I think there's a lot of potential for different ways to go about this, and if Persians and Byzantines wanted to go into their own archers, Mayans also, they don't get a discount on skirmishers, but their skirmishers are really good with full-tier javeliniers. And, of course, Indians in Castle Age they have the same thing as Turks and Tatars, essentially. Their scout cavalry has an extra pierce armor, which makes them so much more useful as tanks and just in general a counter to archer masses. Ooh, some communication. Just pinging that where Valeria is from Dragon. Got that one. I haven't seen Vietnamese yet, so we haven't seen any of that spam come out yet. But apart from that, it just looks like we're in scouting. Everyone's setting up their eco. No one's hopping quite yet, but Loom's coming in, and there we have it. Ning's first up. This is a pretty tight build order at the 20 pop. And getting some more deer in, and I'm guessing just gonna go straight into scouts if I had to guess. Apart from that, let's see who shall be next. We have Loom coming in from Jimenacha now, and she clicks up right afterwards. Might be going into her own scout cab. I would say between these two, Persians have a little bit better start with their extra resources, but Jimenacha should be able to keep up scout production a little bit better, just from the fact that her villagers are cheaper, and Persians actually have to deal with the fact that their towns and doors are a little bit faster, 10% in feudal age. So, ooh, she's just taking straggler trees. Wait, has she not? Okay, no, there's a lumber camp here in the back. I was wondering if she had just avoided a lumber camp entirely. Oh, but this, I think Jimenacha is just gonna lose her scout here. Is quite close. The thing is, as soon as Dragon here hits Feudal Age, the Scout Camp can not only do they get better stats, they get 5 total damage compared to the 4 damage here. They just get faster. They go from, I believe, like 1.2 to 1.55 speed. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Chinese for this these games because it was sent in by one of the Chinese players. So a little bit awkward here with these cows, but apart from that, no big deal. Ning taking a few hits here on her scout. She's gonna be first here, getting that staple up. Jimenacha has her barracks up, so she could consider just making some spearmen. I'm seeing militia coming out from the mines. It's not a bad idea. There's a common saying to never go Scouts versus Messengers because a lot of them want to go men-at-arms, right? Given that they lack their own scouts. So this is interesting. I'll see it. Okay, Dragon's going straight into 2 archery ranges. Looks like she's gonna have the eco to support that. So at the end of the day, this infantry are probably not gonna do too much. The question then is, how quick is Valeria gonna be to set up her own archery ranges? She doesn't really have a lot of villagers free to do that, and she has the wood, but yeah, sadly no actual villagers to build that up with. Okay, the gate's coming in here. That's probably gonna prevent, but she has to walk a long way to get up here, and yeah, that gate's just gonna go down. The men-at-arms are in, but 2 archers are already out, and more should be coming in soon. No fletching quite yet. I don't think... Yeah, we don't have a blacksmith down quite yet. But this is gonna be annoying. This is definitely gonna be quite annoying. She's gonna have to build a lot of quick walls here, just to make sure that she doesn't get men-at-arms to death here. Dragon? 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 Okay. Cutting it a little bit close there. Oh, that was close. I think Valeria actually clicked to the side there, but I think she could have taken it. Hard though. So there's a little bit of a mess here on the front. Dragon's definitely lost some idle time here. Ping coming over here as Ning's scouts are coming in. We have a single spearman and a couple of scouts coming in here, but there are more scouts from Ning for now. But spears are starting to mass up here for Jimenacha. Don't think there will be much more to say for these infantry, but honestly I'm not sure if you would say they'd pay for themselves. Oh, please go over here and kill the deer. I would love that. But at least she has scouting, she's had the time now, she can set up her own archery range, and she's getting a few skirms in here. Scouts are over here though, so gotta be careful about that. X. So I assume Dragon is asking for where Valeria's forces are. It's just asking Dragon for an X. Yeah, some spearmen are here too for Ning, ready to defend in case here comes some more scouts. How did she sneak past? Valeria! Hot damn! Okay, yeah, these Jimenacha's scouts are over here now. And so are Ning. So they fight together. I think Jimenacha and Valeria can take these scouts. There might be a plan to divide and conquer here, but yeah, Dragon still has to make sure to take out that last man-at-arms. And yeah, second archery range coming up now. We need to see a blacksmith somewhere. Valeria does not... She does have a stone for this, but she doesn't really have the food for it. Her eco is a little bit unbalanced right now. Fletching is in for Dragon. That's gonna be very dangerous, and there's a hole! Oh, and they're panic walls, but they don't show up quite right. Go! I assume that was meant to be whole, but you don't always quite have the time to write what you want in this game. Jimenacha gets in some shots here, and Valeria hops out, doing some good damage here, but it's kind of looking like a pretty conclusive fight, excuse me. And these scouts take the high ground, and that's such a disaster now for Jimenacha and Valeria. That's going to be a lot of dead archers, a lot of dead skirms. I mean, even if they had fletching, they couldn't really do much against these scouts. There's a single spearman in there, but it's just not enough. Might be able to take down this one? No, looks like they too are going to get away. Yeah, that hurts. At least she's fully walled. Might be able to delay, but... The good thing is Jimenacha is getting close to Castle Age. She's using that Indian boom. Ning is Xing here, just pointing out that there's one last survivor. let's have full walls now. I think she plugged that hole. I think this links together, but she's having to abandon some berries. She still doesn't have a... Oh, she did get a blacksmith up, but she hasn't gotten fletching yet. She has the wall behind. Might have to put down some market walls or just something. This is a bad spot for them, for sure. Laying down some fire on the house, trying to breach through the palisade wall now. Yeah, that's not gonna last too long. There are multiple holes she would have to plug up here, and she has to do it pretty quickly. There needs to be a market here, and maybe like a house or something here. But they're gonna get through. The scouts are in. They're thankfully blocked off from this wood line, but they do still have to abandon it. No Saracen archers here, so this house is going to take a while to plow through, and I don't think they want to go into TCA range. Second wall coming down here. I mean, the house is going to go down eventually. And I think she's... Oh! They're going forward, just kind of testing the waters here. Jimenacha's on it's on the rise to Castle Age, but Ning is actually going to get there first. And Persians can deploy some camels, alright. I mean, Indians can't deploy knights, which is gonna make the fight against these Byzantine archers really hard. Yeah, Jimenacha Valeria are in a tough spot, especially because Valeria has been so pressured. She does not have a good eco balance. She's having to slap down a lot of new farms, like a lot of these ones in the front. Oh, they might go for it. They might be considering just plowing through. If they cut down these palisade walls, they can get in here and force Valeria off of another wood line, which is really unfortunate for her. Some spearmen are coming along here, but I just don't think spearmen... At this point, spearmen are not to play in a team game. Having trouble actually getting down the buildings to block. Bloodlines coming in from Jimenacha, so I think she's going to try to commit to camels. I think that's the best way to go about it. Like some combination of camels and scouts. But it's not gonna be easy. At least we finally have some archers here from Valeria. And if nothing else, the dragon actually did click that. So there's a couple of free shots, but without fletching, there's not so much you can do. Ning's up, as is Jimenacha. Lots of pings coming down over here, but this house wall is gonna go down, so again, Valeria's done a really good job making sure that they actually can't get in and get kills. But is it enough? Because she keeps having to go to new places, like she's cutting wood from here now. She's saying go back. Being a little bit worried about the masses that are coming up now. We're getting that extra pierce armor for Indian Scout Cav. And camels are starting to get mass. We're seeing knights coming out from Ning. She must be aware of the fact that Indians are gonna go for camels. So, we might eventually have to switch out of that. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of archers. It's gonna take some time to get rid of them. And I mean, Dragon is up now towards Castle. Another 1 minute 45 seconds left. Yeah, if this was... If Valeria was up, she could at least slam down the siege workshops, try to put some pressure on them that way. But now knights are coming in, camels are there too, but... It's hard to force a fight without all of these archers wrecking her ship. She doesn't have chain barding yet, so she's dealing with +2 pierce armor, +1 melee. Meanwhile, these knights do have chain barding, no fortune or armor casting yet, but I mean, they don't seem to need it right now. They're just putting on so much pressure. And again, Valeria's doing a really good job of dealing with this. Like, there hasn't been particularly many vills lost at all, but she's having to relocate her eco every time, and it's not good. Oh, these... Yeah, thank god. Okay, there was a little bit of miscommunication there. Like, Jimenacha had her spearman blocking the point where Valeria wanted to slap down the market. And the market will protect against archers, but they will not protect against crossbows. Crossbows are Vulcaneer can easily fire over this. Dragon's now in castle, and that might spell disaster, I think, for poor Valeria. I think she's been mostly the one targeted so far in all her game. Ning says, I go. Pinging back, trying to get rid of this camel mass, I'm guessing, but surely that's not a great idea for her to deal with. Like, I don't know what that means. Okay, she's coming back now. But yeah, these camels can definitely pose some danger. Jimenacha's score is still lower. She hasn't quite managed to boom the same way that Ning has, or got quite the same number that Dragon has. But these camels are not bad. They can definitely do some good stuff here. But it's so much pressure on poor Valeria. I think she needs to like delete this farm, but oh no, it's too late now. She needs to delete this farm and like try to set up a wall here, but yeah, that's gonna be another gold mine lost. Her last one is over here, and oh, there comes a siege workshop from Jimenacha. Valeria is getting up the castle at last. Oh, and Ning is just saying to Dragon, you go up. I missed. I don't think there's a sling, right? And if so, I missed it. I apologize. But yeah, it's Byzantine's earlier imp. Makes it easier. They're pinging over there and over here, trying to show. I think she has chain barding now. I think she could have taken that fight. It would be tough, but I think she could have done it. Annoying the passing camel riders. Okay. Is she gonna live? Oh my god, it's gonna live. 6 HP. Hot damn. But yeah, now they have to deal with this, and camels are mixed in. That's gonna do a lot to help defeat the Indian camels. You don't want to go to pikemen, but yeah, balancing it out with some of your own camels is gonna do a lot of good work. A siege workshop here in the front. I don't know if that's actually gonna be enough. There's enough knights and capitals here that I don't think a siege workshop is the right choice. I think you just have to commit either to defense or to just making more camels. Husband now coming in for Ning. She's been spamming from free stables, so it's a lot of food that she's been... I was about to say wasting, that's very unfair. She's been doing very good work with camels and knights so far, but using up for sure. Stuff that hasn't been able to go to Eco or anything else, but I mean, she's on free Persian TCs. That's pretty impressive that she's actually managed to keep this up. Good management from the two for sure. Yeah, now they're just pressuring. They're saying at some point you're not gonna have, you're not gonna have the villagers in place. You're not gonna have the resources to just continuously wall up. At some point you're gonna have to take a fight, and when you do, we're gonna make sure it's bad for you. So she's moving forward now. And then moving back. I mean, this is a good idea, right? Monks coming in for the front. I think that's a camel. Yeah. One person camel that's now Indian, and it is gone. The Parsis did not have a good time there. And this stable and this house seem to go down, and they're in. This house is... Okay, they're not quite in yet, but yeah, they can surround this more efficiently now, but the Indian camels are coming in and they're gonna have to do a lot of work here. But they can't, like, they're being outnumbered at this point. She needed to take a fight way earlier before this mass started happening. Ning was booming, there was a time, but now I think Ning alone could probably take Jimenacha. But look, there's a mangonel, it just shoots now onto Ning's cavalry, doesn't do much. It's going forward and I don't think Ning has noticed yet. She's trying to pull them back now. There is still a wall in place here, doing some damage. Ning asks you up, not quite yet. Some crossbows here from Valeria, gonna try to hold this as well as they can. And I mean, I say that the mangonel isn't doing much, but it is actually taking some good hits here. Oh, but they're through now, but the camels are coming in. But there's so few of them, they've taken so much damage. But if this mangonel can get some good shots in, but it's still just hitting cavalry. Gonna have to try to get onto the crossbows, and it gets a good shot in, but that's not enough. Jimenacha's camels are wiped up. But there's a good position now for Valeria's crossbows. They're stuck in here. They're getting monk conversions. Again, more parses are being created. And, I mean, they're holding. They're remarkably holding. But for how long? There's now a path open here that if they want to, they could rush through. I don't know if they know. But I'm pretty sure there's a path through here, in between these houses. Yeah, I mean, this is a scary amount of Persian cavalry. No one's clicked Imperial quite yet, and I mean, Ning's gonna have a tough time doing so as long as she's keeping on free stables. She's not really producing right now, but she's deciding now, pinging over here at Valeria, we're gonna change targets. You know, like, you gotta give it to Jimenacha and Valeria, they did a hell of a job defending there. But there is such... Oh, no. Oh, she just wants to make learning... Oh. Bit of capture age lag there, but looks like we're back. Yeah, that university isn't going to be standing for very long. I mean, it never stood, I guess, but you know, get the point. There's a mangonel here, so maybe they can repeat the trick, but they're going to need to fortify this place. I mean, this is good damage being done, genuinely. You rarely see this sort of mass of cavalry, which is why we usually say that, you know, cavalry does well against siege, but hey, when it's numbered up like this and just mushed together against the wall, that's pretty good. And oh, here's high ground archers, camels, they're mushed into a small space. Oh, but this mangonel might be in danger. Crossbows now raining down from both sides, camels are being pushed in here, but there's the Byzantine archer army coming in here. Mangonels, it's gonna go down. No, it's not. It's gonna keep up. Ning is trying to push out here, losing a lot of knights, losing a lot of camels, but so is Jimenacha. And now the surround is around Valeria. She's gonna have to push forward that mangonel if she can. Ning calls back. But it looks like they're gonna clean up here. Dragon is finishing off the last of Valeria's forces. There's a mangonel here. Valeria's coming out with more crossbows, which is up against a hill. Jimenacha is trying to distract, but there's just so little left right now. The reinforcements are coming in. Here's the mangonel. Can it do it? Gets a grazing shot in there, not much, but these are so clumped up. Oh, good damage. Good damage. Can they force them into right? Ning calls B, doesn't want to lose that archer mass. Ning tries to get in there to the mangonel, but doesn't quite get there. Ballistics is not in yet for Dragon. Can't kill those running camels. And Jimenacha, can you do it? Can you push forward this mangonel? It's uphill, so it's not going to do that much damage. But it might be the last thing you have. Repair villagers out. Oh no. Oh, and those crossbows are getting slaughtered. The mangonel is down. Yeah, this is... They're wiping up now. They're just cleaning up the rest. More archer rangers are coming up. How many were we on now? Is this the... Yeah, that's number 5. But it's hard against this mass of fully upgraded Byzantine archers. They are now in Imperial Age. I must have totally missed that during that fight. And Ning is going up too. Valeria calls the GG. And I'm guessing... Yeah, well played. That was... Oh lord. That fight was very scary. Yeah, Arvless in, Chemistry's on the way, Calf Drums on the way, GG's are called all around. That was beautiful. Oh, if this is the quality of game, I'm so excited for the next one. That was 40 minutes. It did not feel like 40 minutes. It felt like it went by so quick. Oh my. Yeah, seeing... Also go ahead and give Ning and Dragon their first victory here. I mean, again, hell of a hold from Jimenacha and Valeria. Like, they, by all rights, I feel like they should have been dead way earlier than they actually were. But holy shit, Dragon. I mean, everyone else took the losses, right? And Dragon was just there on the backline, killing as much as she could. That was good work, for sure. Hot damn. 125. Yeah, Ning was going to be the late game powerhouse, really. Like, if they didn't kill with this archer mass, then it was going to be all on Ning to just flood paladins. I mean, hell of an eco, to say the least. 199, and like, I think Dragon has like... Let me pull up the numbers here again. Yeah, Dragon has 74 compared to 125 from Ning. Yeah, she went all in on booming with 3 Persian TCs. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Definitely not. Okay, let's move on to Valeria and Jimenacha's home map. Should load in a little bit, and we shall see what have they in store for us. Again, if it's even close to that first game, I will be very happy. There was a lot of tense moments in there. Capture Age is looking a bit slow. Okay, apologies for this, but I am gonna restart the game quickly. I'm gonna restart. Oh no, never mind. No, it's coming in. It's coming in. Just trust in the system. Okay. Alright, game 2 of match 2 of round 2 of Historical Rivalries Cup. My 29 and I am... I don't know quite what is going on there, but you know, they seem to be having fun, so nothing wrong there. Saracens and Ethiopians, we've seen this quite a few times actually. It's basically when a team wants to go full archer and they want to do it well, they pick Ethiopians, faster firing archers, combined with Saracens' team archer anti-building damage bonus. And Saracens can either join in with those archers, or using market abuse eco, or just try to augment with skirms or camels, maybe even mix in a few knights. Yes, Saracens don't get Cavalier, but they do get fully upgraded knights, so they do get bloodlines, they do get all the barding armors and stuff like that. Jimenacha and Valeria have gone to Berber Smolians, which I think is very interesting, right? Because, again, we've seen this, I don't think we've seen this matchup before in the tournament, but we have definitely seen these two Civ pairs picked. Berbers and Molians have been played twice before, and obviously they excel at cavalry. Malian cavalry hits hard, Berber cavalry hits cheap. So we're doing some, and this goes late by the way, so we're seeing a lot of sheep here in the middle, and it's especially big because of the 4-player map. Valeria's going pretty far forward, actually stealing some of Dragon's sheep more or less. But is staying here. Has taken some damage. I apologize because I think I missed why, like what she took the damage from. Getting some good amounts of sheep here for Jimenacha and Valeria, I think. Stealing some of the ones that would probably be easier to get for Ning and Dragon. So definitely good on them to be so active. Like we can go through here. Ning scattered a little bit forward. Dragon has scattered more, but hasn't found too much. And then Jimenacha scattered about the same, and Valeria also. This is very well coordinated also too, I would say. They're kind of scouting different parts of it. So they're definitely getting a good amount of sheep here. I think we're out of neutral sheep. Yes, I think so, yeah. And I do think Jimenacha and Valeria came out with the better score here. They still have their home sheep too. At least some of them, yeah. Another 2 sheep here. Single scouting sheep over here. So, I think, at the face of it, right, there's the immediate sense that Berbers and Molians can spam a good amount of knights, and they can spam it well. And that's a potential weakness of this. Is she taking both boars at once? What? I don't know if I've ever seen this. No, she's going for it. That doesn't seem like a mistake. That seems like she's going for it. Why? Is she just like, she just wants to commit that much to food, I guess. So I'm guessing it's a scout start then. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this before. I haven't seen it. Okay, I will say this. I haven't seen it outside of Low Wheel Legends. I do remember one episode where something like this happened. But yeah, so Scout opening into Knights is definitely a possibility for both Jimenacha and Valeria, and should be pretty alright against like an Archer opening, right? As long as they get the hit in early, before the Archer Mask can come up, and before Defensive Spearman can be made. Loom coming in for Ning now, so... yeah, I'm guessing we're... well, the up isn't even really that close. Now for Dragon too. Yeah, they seem to have set that up a little bit early. I don't know why. Might just have miscalculated how much food they had, I guess. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to go for it, but just mix another build. I think there might have been a little bit of a build order slip up there. Might have expected more sheep or something like that. Still, Dragon is coming up. And we're seeing Jimenacha go up as well. Valeria right there after, and I'm guessing Ning... yeah, there we go. Everyone's going up. Ghost Lake has kind of a reputation for being quite wally. Like, you see there's a lot of forest clumps. A lot of people say it's the Drashfast Castle map. Oh, quick pause, and then back. But everyone here seems like they're gonna play scouts, honestly. Like, let's see. Okay, there are Ethiopians here. They're gonna go for actually making archers by the looks of it. Setting up the barracks now. And a little bit awkward here. They have so many sheep here, Dragon, but only 3 people are gathering, and they're also gathering from 2 deer. So yeah, that's gonna be a little bit of a bottleneck. Walling up here behind might be using their like a spot at the wall, which I think is very cute. Oh, oh yeah, just dealing with a wolf for now. Nothing too big to worry about. There's 1 villager advantage for Ning and Dragon, probably because Ning was a little bit slower, but he's now heavy walling! Yeah, I played against Ning in the Queen's Clash, and she likes to wall, I can tell. Like, when she went for a run by against me, but I think in both games, she just had everything walled by the time I got there with scouts, and hey, it worked! so nothing wrong with that. Everyone's getting up into feudal age now. Everyone is officially in feudal age. Double bit axe for Jimenacha, as well as sword collar actually. Now there's a bit of a chase here. Valeria's running away from Dragon. That's right. Malian scout cavalry officially weaker than Ethiopian scout cavalry. So scouting here forward for Ning. Might be looking where to hit, but a stable is coming up here. Stable is coming up here. Archer range here, and yeah, stable here. So it's gonna be a scout war for a while. We'll see how much. Oh no! Oh, she could have made it. She was so close. Oh, that's so sad. Still, I mean, it's a lot better than her losing her scout and Dragon keeping hers. So I think she'll be okay with that. Still, I think right now we're just racing for who gets the most scouts out on the field, and Jimenacha's got a good mass already. Archers are being produced here. I would love to see one of Jimenacha Valeria. Like, they should probably expect that at least Ethiopians will go for archers. Like, they might even expect Saracens to do so too. But I definitely think at least one of them is going to go for archers, and I think they should know that, and I think they should put down a blacksmith and get scaleboarding. It's a little bit of a risk, and it's definitely something that you do most commonly with like Turks, because you can basically take 1 damage a shot from archers, which is super useful. Okay, scouts are coming in now. Ning looks like she's going to be able to get that, unless there's a very sick quick wall. No, okay. But she's now revealed, and these scouts are going to come in and might be able to do good damage. Yeah, they're spotted now. Both of them know the other's there. A spearman and another scout's coming forward. Everything's quiet on the eastern front currently. But yeah, there's gonna be something of a standoff here. They have equal numbers of scouts, but one of them has a spearman, and that spearman, you know, its little stick here is in Scout v Scout fights, the spearman is a tactical nuke. He's slow, he's fragile, but he does a ton of damage, so... Some more communication between Ning and Dragon. Trying to figure out where and what to strike. Another spearman's coming out for Jimenacha. Oh, I think there's a hole here. Is there? There's totally a hole. I think? But that's very confusing. I think there's a hole. Spearman. They're now fighting Spearman. Spearman. They're kind of under the TC. It has the potential to go wrong for Ning here if she overextends. They're kind of neck and neck so far. Gets another nuke attack from the Spearman. They're just gonna fight now. That spearman is doing a lot of work and still alive! Oh, that went really poorly for Jimenacha. Gets the spearman, but now there are 5 scouts in her eco. Meanwhile, Dragon is starting to group up here, starting to get a lot of work done, and okay, gonna get 1 scout just from the TC, which is good. Valeria's sending her own over here, which yeah, I think it's necessary, but she's... Jimenacha's lost so many vills already. At least getting a pretty good... Yeah, getting a pretty good eco going, but there's so many scouts here from Ning! Yeah, there is some lag. I believe Ning and Dragon are both from China, and I believe Valeria and Jimenacha are both from South America, so it's not the best matchup here in terms of geography, but it's what happens when you have a global tournament, unfortunately. Archers are in for Dragon. The quick wall is too late. This archer range is not great, given that it's probably gonna get denied. She's gonna have to try to force it up, but I mean, Ethiopian archers, they've got fletching already. There's no upgrades for Jimenacha or Valeria as far as archers are concerned, and yeah, they're surrounding her now. There's a hole! Oh no, okay, she notices, thank god. I mean, at least only the spearman that gets in. But I mean, this palisade wall, Ethiopian plus Saracen archers will melt that. Okay. I'm really curious what these mean, because if Ning's saying GG, that's very rude. So I hope that's not what it is. What happened here? Oh, Spearman is distracted, so this is gonna get some decent damage in, at least cut down on the archer mass. It's not great, you know, you're not gonna be happy about what happened there, but it's something. Skirmishes are being built up, and right now, if they can mush these archers together in one spot, they can get some TC fire, they can get some help from Jimenacha, and these skirmishers should be able to do something. Not much in the long run, because they don't have any upgrades currently. Bloodlines coming in from Valeria, so she doesn't even want to stick to skirmishers. She wants to go back into scouts immediately, and here's coming Ning's scouts, and skirmishers are not very good against scouts. Skirmishers are not very good against scouts. Even if they were upgraded, they would still only do 1 damage per shot, 1 shot per 3 seconds against these scouts, so it's not great. And now there's a very large mass of scouts just kinda going around, and enough archers that they can easily clean up any spearmen. This is a very bad position for Valerian Jimenacha. I would be... I don't know. Well, I assume there's like a ping on the lumberjack, or on the lumber camp or something. Just... oh no. Just ping over here at a wolf? Okay, I don't know how pings work apparently, because I'm very confused by these pings that are coming out. But yeah, this is... yeah, you can see... even just, it's just a mining camp, sure, but it's still doing a lot of work here. Why is there a single skirmisher like in the middle over here? Castle Knight is coming in from both Dragon and Ning. Jimenacha is gonna be first, so maybe some siege play. I mean, she did like her Mangonel last game, that's for damn sure. But her teammate is so far behind. Actually, sorry, she's not gonna come there first. That's gonna be Dragon. More villagers go down, and this is up. Yeah, this is painful if you're Valeria. Like, at least she's clearing out the scouts with TC fire, but it's so worth it for Ning to lose these scouts, given how much idle time plus how many vill kills she got. That is not something she's gonna be sad about. At least by now it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to advance further, which is gonna start taking down this lumber camp. And again, look at this. Not even everyone's firing on it. Putting out gold. Guessing she... opening out with gold, so I guess they're just pointing out like where the gold is for Valeria. Jimenacha's up, but she's in such a bad spot, and now these are crossbowmen, and yeah, Valeria calls the GG. That was her last like bit of eco that she could actually take. No, wait, let me play for fun, just 5 more minutes. Okay. So... well, Dragon and Ning are being very good sports. They're just like, okay, that sounds fair. Well, Valeria does tap out, so we'll see how long Jimenacha wants to stick in this. I mean, imagine though if she... oh no, write your exam. Oh. So I'm guessing Valeria like had to study for something, or like an exam or something, and Jimenacha just calls it. Okay. I mean, that's very sweet. That's a very good ending. Oh. Okay, so Ning and Dragon will be moving on to the semifinals. I believe they will in fact be up against, spoilers for the last set, Noel, Cat, and Ophelia. No, never mind, sorry, that is the other side of the bracket. Okay. So, the next two games we'll be watching will be the ones that will be going up against Noel and Ophelia, and Ning and Dragon. Cool. It's fun games. I like Jimenacha's request to let her keep playing, but Alas, I assume there was not the time to do that. So she taps out, and we have the last game of this match, and we'll play to Jimenacha Valeria, but they will not be known in this tournament. Alright, thank you very much, and goodbye.